Have you ever noticed that leaves are green? Not all the time, though. When they're young, they're a vibrant red, and when they're old, they turn yellow or orange before falling off the tree. So why are they green in the first place? Well, that's a great question. But I bet you didn't know just how amazing leaves really are. They do so much more than you might think. If you were a leaf, you would spend your life doing some pretty awesome things. For example, you get to travel the world. As a leaf, you wouldn't stay in one place for too long. When the weather was good, you'd float around the globe with the wind, traveling thousands of kilometers in just a few days. You'd see everything from fluffy white clouds to dark rain clouds, and maybe even some friendly faces along the way. You'd also get to meet all kinds of interesting people. If you were a leaf, you'd have the chance to chat with all sorts of cool characters like birds, bugs, and even humans. You'd hear all about their lives and maybe even make a friend or two along the way. Plus, you get to see some pretty amazing things. If you were a leaf, you have a front row seat to some of nature's most spectacular sights, from the northern lights to a meteor shower. You'd feel the wind in your face and the sun on your back as you floated through the sky. It would be an experience like no other. And if you're lucky, you might even get to witness a rare natural phenomenon called bull lightning. This is when a bolt of lightning strikes the ocean and creates a massive fireball that can reach up to 30 meters across. It's a truly awe-inspiring sight that only a few people get to see in their lifetime. But let's say you're not such a big fan of traveling or meeting new people. Don't worry, there's still plenty of fun to be had if you were a leaf. You could have some serious fun if you were a leaf. You could play hide and seek with the clouds, have a picnic with your friends on a sunny day, or go sledding down a mountain in the winter. You could even go on an adventure and explore new parts of the world. There's always something fun to be had if you were a leaf. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you become a leaf today and start enjoying all the fun that comes with it? You won't regret it. Now that we've established that being a leaf sounds pretty awesome, let's talk about why they're green. You see, leaves are green because they contain a pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what allows plants to absorb light energy from the sun and use it to make food. This process is called photosynthesis, and it's what allows plants to grow and thrive. But chlorophyll doesn't just make leaves green. It also gives them the ability to capture carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil to make food. This process is essential for life on Earth. Without it, we wouldn't have the oxygen we need to breathe or the food we need to eat. Now, you may be thinking, that's all well and good, but why does it have to be green? Well, it just so happens that chlorophyll absorbs light best in the blue and red parts of the spectrum. This means that when sunlight hits a leaf, the chlorophyll absorbs the blue and red light and reflects the green light back into our eyes. And that's why we see leaves as green. But as we mentioned earlier, leaves aren't green all the time. In the fall, many leaves turn yellow, orange, or red. This is because the chlorophyll breaks down, and the other pigments that are normally hidden by the green chlorophyll become visible. This is a beautiful sight to behold, and it's one of the reasons why fall is such a popular season. But it's not just the color of the leaves that changes in the fall. The shape of the leaves also changes. In the summer, leaves are broad and flat. This helps them capture as much sunlight as possible. But in the fall, the leaves become smaller and more pointed. This makes them less likely to be damaged by wind and rain, which is important because leaves that fall off trees in the winter are more likely to survive the harsh conditions and grow into new leaves in the spring. Now, you may be wondering, why do leaves need to be so tough in the winter? Well, that's because winter is a time of dormancy for trees. During the winter, trees don't grow or produce flowers, fruits, or vegetables. They just focus on surviving until spring. In order to survive, trees need to protect themselves from the cold temperatures and harsh weather conditions. This is why leaves turn colors and fall off trees in the fall. It's the tree's way of preparing for the winter. Now, you may be thinking, why can't trees just keep their leaves year-round? Well, that's a great question, but it's not that simple. You see, leaves are important for photosynthesis, but they're also a major source of water loss for trees. In the winter, trees are dormant and can't photosynthesize. This means that leaves are just a waste of water in the winter. By shedding their leaves in the fall, trees are able to conserve water and survive the winter. Another reason why leaves change color in the fall is because of the amount of daylight we get. As the days get shorter and the nights get longer, trees get less sunlight. This triggers the production of chemicals that break down the chlorophyll in leaves, causing them to turn yellow, orange, or red. In addition to conserving water and dealing with less daylight, trees also need to deal with the cold temperatures in the winter. As temperatures drop, the water in leaves freezes and expands, which can damage the delicate tissues of the leaf. In order to protect themselves, trees shed their leaves and enter a state of dormancy. During this time, trees focus on protecting their roots and branches from the cold weather, and they don't grow or produce anything until the weather warms up again in the spring. Finally, leaves change color in the fall because it's a way for trees to get rid of excess water. When leaves are green, they're full of water. As the days get shorter and the nights get longer, trees need to get rid of this excess water. They do this by shedding their leaves and entering a state of dormancy. During this time, trees focus on conserving water and protecting themselves from the cold weather. As you can see, there are many reasons why leaves change color in the fall. It's a complex process that's triggered by a number of factors, including the amount of daylight, the temperature, and the amount of water in the leaves. But no matter what the reason, the changing colors of leaves is a beautiful sight to behold and a reminder of the amazing things that happen in nature every day. Now that you know why leaves are green and how they help trees survive, I hope you'll take a moment to appreciate the amazing things these humble plants do for us. From providing us with food and oxygen to keeping our air clean and our soul healthy, trees are essential for life on Earth. So the next time you see a leaf, take a moment to appreciate its hard work and dedication to keeping our planet alive. Speaking of appreciation, I'd like to take a moment to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the amazing world of leaves and the important role they play in our lives. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I make videos about all kinds of cool stuff, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.